Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is staying healthy and safe during these incredibly trying times. I have still been going out to the office, although I didn't go today. We are not allowing people into our office, but my partner and I are looking at the possibility of just going fully remote. We have our mail redirected, we are redirecting our phone lines, all of that kind of thing. So that's the efforts that we're taking at this moment. But as a small business owner and as a self-employed person, the current financial climate is terrifying. Yes, there is the illness, and I'm becoming progressively more and more concerned about that as well. I will fully admit that at first I was like, nah, not really going to affect me, no big deal, I'm not in a risk category, whatever happens, happens. But the more we're learning about it, the more we're seeing mutations in the virus itself and all of that kind of thing, it does become very scary. So I'm not going to talk any more about that because I think we are all steeped in fear at this moment. But going back to the financial side of things, one of the decisions that I've made for myself right now is that I'm not going to be purchasing makeup at this point. It just isn't an expense that I can justify at the current moment. It's not that I necessarily want to not purchase makeup, it's just that I'm going to not purchase makeup. So, Project Pan. It makes sense. Use what I have. I have no end, no shortage of makeup available to me. And in this project, I also have skincare items and hair care items because again, I am more than fully stocked in those categories as well. So what I did is I've pulled out 40 items. Some of them are complete gimmies. Some of them, they're going to be a bit of a stretch. I am going to impose sort of a deadline for myself on this. I'm going to tie it in with my 40th birthday, ergo 40 by 40 Project Pan. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to give a review of every single item just because there's 40 and it would take forever, but this is more of like a show and tell kind of deal. And then as I do check-ins, maybe every 2-3 weeks, something along those lines, I haven't really fleshed out the details now, or whenever there's enough empties to justify a video, then I will give you my ideas and my thoughts on the products at that point. So for today, it's really just, like I said, show and tell. Let's get into it. They're just in a box in front of me. I haven't sorted them out into specific categories as best I can. I will lump like hair care and stuff like that together. I don't think there's a lot of hair care in here. So why don't we just start with the hair and then we'll see where this takes us. So the first item is called Noodle Head. And it is from Beyond the Zone, and it's a curl leave-in texturizer slash curl defining cream. I really do like this product. I've been using it for quite some time. I am down here on it right here, but I have so many hair care products that I just kind of rotate through everything and then nothing ever really gets completely finished. So if I focus on one, I can at least clear that out of my collection. I'm going to mark where I can with a marker so that we can track the progress more easily. So I have one more hair care item that I can see offhand. If there's another, we'll come across it, but I don't think there is. It is another styling cream. This one is from Diva Curl. It's a deluxe sample, and I don't think I've actually even used this one yet. I've gone through an entire one of them before. I can't see through it, but it's pretty much unused at this point. If I have used it, it's only been once or twice. So pretty much full between the two of them. Hopefully by mid-June I'll be able to finish it. I guess I should say that when my birthday is. It's June 9th. So that's sort of the deadline that I'm aiming towards. If we push it to mid-March or mid-June, whatever. There's no hard and fast rules when it comes to this kind of thing. So that's the goal, is use as many of these by June 9th as possible. But again, I'm just kind of going by the seat of my pants and just rolling with the punches on this one. All right, I think I have one fragrance item in here, so we'll just talk about that one really quickly. It is from Jo Malone. It is Wild Blueberry Cologne. Not a huge fan of this one, to be honest. There are far nicer scents from Jo Malone as far as I'm concerned, but this stuff is wildly expensive. Obviously, this is just a trial sample. It came, I think I was able to pick 3 of them. Yeah, I've got 2 others in the background. Yeah, you can see them just up there. And I like those ones better, but all the more reason for me to actually focus on this one, or else it'll just continue to kick around in my collection forever and I'll never use it. All right, so now let's move on to skincare. I have got them all grouped in front of me in no particular order. I'm just gonna go from one side and move on over to the next. So first up is from Boscia. This is the Luminizing Pink Mask. It is a peel-off mask. I really do enjoy this. I have talked about it ages ago in regards to the black one. I think the pink one might have been a limited edition. You just gotta find the right amount. There's a bit of a trial and error with it. If you put on too little, it's almost impossible to peel off. If you put on too much, it just never dries. So it's kind of, you gotta learn, and I think I finally figured out exactly how much. I, again, can't see through the tube to see how much is in here. I know I have used it quite a few times. There may be like at least another 4 uses in here, potentially 5, who knows, we'll see. But I do have another one of the black ones, so I want to use this one up so that I can clear it out and then open up the black one. I have a coconut water face moisturizing spray. This one I purchased at Winners ages ago. It was only $8. I really do quite like this one. I only use it like after I've washed off all of my makeup or before I go ahead and put primer on or anything like that. I don't use it as like a makeup spray or anything of that sort, but there's really not that much left in there, as we can see. But I'm going to mark it at any rate and we'll see where we get with it. Another item here that I have is a cleanser. This one is from Perricone MD and it is the Hypoallergenic Gentle Cleanser. I've been going at this thing for ages, but you can see I've made quite the dent. It is right down around here. So this is one of those like gimme products that I really don't think is going to take too long to use up. But again, a little goes a long way, so it does last a lot longer than you would think. Another item that I can't see through, so I can't mark, this is an eye cream from Arbonne. It is their RE9 Advanced Corrective Eye Cream. I love the packaging on it. Like, I think it's very pretty. Yeah, it just comes in a little pump. Like I said, I can't see at all where it is. I've had it for quite some time, so I don't feel like there's a lot in here, but again, a little goes a long way, so it does take a very long time to use one of these up, but I want to focus on this one and use it up because it is like probably edging towards like 2 years old, so it's time. I have 2 items from Herbivore to use up, both deluxe size samples. The first one is the Emerald Cannabis Sativa Deep Moisture Glow Oil, and you can see that there's really not a whole lot of it left, but like 3 drops does my entire face, so it takes forever to get through this. I was so impressed with just this sample that I actually did buy the full size, so I have a full size one kicking around as well, but I want to use up the little one before bringing the full size one out. And then I also have the Bakuchiol, I think? Bakuchiol Retinol Alternative Smoothing Serum, and there's substantially more in here than there is in the hemp oil, but again, it is another product that I really enjoy, so I really just want to get some use out of it. Okay, from The Ordinary, I have 3 items. So this one is the Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. It's like a frosted bottle, so I can't really see where I'm at with it, like at all. Yeah, can't tell. But I've had it for quite some time. It's probably not even effective anymore, to be honest. I've had it for so long, but all the more reason to just like get her out of the way. So that's what I'm working on. The next one is a serum. There's really not much left at all, and like right down, where is it? Here. This is the Buffet Multi-Technology Peptide Serum. And because I have quite a few serums at this point, I just use the little one before using the new one. Anytime, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but anytime I get something new, I'm like, oh, I really want to use that one. And then like stuff that just has like the last little dregs of it left get kicked to the background, and then they just tie up so much space. That's why I want to do this project. Last from The Ordinary is their Natural Moisturizing Factors Plus HA Surface Hydration Formula Cream. There it is. Again, can't really tell. I'm sure I could like squeeze all the air out and see where we're at, but I'm not too fussy about it. I can tell just there's really not much weight to it anymore. And again, I've had this forever, but I keep gravitating towards the newer, shinier, prettier things. So I want to focus on this one. I have a makeup removing balm here. This one is from Pharmacy. It is the Green Clean. And this is one of those ones that I enjoy so much that I do have a backup of it. I'm not typically a backup person, but I make the odd exception. And there's really not much left in this one, so I think I can clear this one out and bring the other one out of the cupboard and free up some space down there. Another little sample that I have here, and I can't even tell you where I get these samples because I honestly don't remember, but this one is from Aveeno. It is the Positively Radiant Max Glow Infusion Drops. You just add a couple of drops to your skin, or you can also add it to your moisturizer, but we're right down about here, so it shouldn't take too long to go through what's left. All right, I have a super fancy frou-frou lip balm here. This is from Clé de Peau. Clé de Peau? I think it's Clé de Peau. I'm pretty sure it's not Clé de Peau. Anyways, it is a UV protective lip treatment with SPF 30. And I and Aspen used the heck out of this when we were away in Mexico. I still have a ton of it left. But it's just a really nice lip balm, even if I'm not going to be out in the sun. So I may as well use it up. I think this thing retails for like $65, $70 Canadian, but I found it for $7 at Winners. So yay Winners. Anyways, moving on. I have some, these are like single-use pads. There's, I think, 5 of them in here. There might only be 4 now. I can't remember. 4. I've got 4 left. They are from Dr. Dennis Gross. They are the Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel pads. There's like 2 steps to it. Yeah, I had them as a sample. Loved how my skin felt the next couple of days after using it. Bought the 5-pack, used 1, and then just never reached for it again and completely forgot that I had it until I was collecting items for this project. Whoops. You know you have too much when you forget that you have stuff that you actually like. That's why I like doing these projects. Hated doing project pans before, FYI. But now that I've like discovered this whole like just do like a short term, I really like that because you can see the progress really quickly and you don't feel trapped by it. I can't do year-long projects. I just can't do it. But like 2.5 months, I think I can handle it. These ones, there's only 4 of them. Even if I use 1 a week, it's still only 4 weeks and I can get through them. Okay, and then I have 2 lotions for my body. So one is from The Body Shop and it is one of their body butters in mango scent and still smells like mango, so that's a good thing. I had a rose one that no longer smelled like rose. I guess I should show you how much is left in there. There's quite a bit. I got this as like a trio of samples, Christmas 2018. So time to use them up before they get like completely rancid. Yeah, they've got like a 12-month shelf life, so we're gonna play a little fast and loose with that one. The next is from Lush, and this is the Snow Fairy Body Conditioner. It is mango butter with a cotton candy perfume, and Aspen loves it because it smells like cloyingly sweet and it's pink. I like it because it moisturizes really well. Would I buy it again? Not so much, not with that smell. It's not terrible, it's just, it's really fragranced. So if you really don't like super sweet smells, you wouldn't like this. If you do, you might. Okay, that wraps up skincare. The rest are all cosmetic items, so let's just keep barreling through. First up, again, no particular order, but this is a setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics, one of their Slay All Days in the mint chocolate scent. I have a ton of these setting sprays. I really enjoy them. I really like the smell of this one, but I have so many setting sprays that I want to like focus on a bottle at a time so that I actually use them up. Again, I kind of like tend to just naturally rotate through them. I'm like, hey, I'd like to smell coconut today. Hey, I'd like to smell chocolate mint. Here we go. But in that regard, nothing ever gets finished because I'm just constantly cycling through them. Whereas if I just pick one, shove it in a project, I will get through this, no problem. All right, let's talk lip products because I have 3 of them here. One is a leftover from my most recent mini project and it is from MAC. It's in the shade Brave And as you can see, there is virtually none of it left, but enough that I don't want to throw it out just yet. It's what I'm wearing today. It's just a really beautiful neutral leading towards like a mauvey kind of color. But like I said, there's too much for me to justify just getting rid of it. But it is like almost done. All right, another one that's almost done. It's been kicking around for ages. It's one of the Lancome Juicy Shakers in Piece of Cake. And I love this. It is not long lasting whatsoever, but I think I just really love lip oils, to be honest. They're just so comfortable. And this is one of those ones that's like very sheer. I can just apply it on the go and know that it's not gonna like bleed all over the place or end up super messy or anything like that. It adds just a hint of color to the lips, so it's not just like clear. I love it. All right, and then finally is a sample from Tom Ford. This one is in the shade Indian Rose. I've gotten some wear out of this one, but not a ton. But it is just a little mini guy, so hopefully I can get through that one as well. I love mini lipsticks, and in fact, I wish like all lipsticks came in mini form because it takes forever to get through a full-size lipstick. But I stick them in a drawer and then I never bring them out. So hence I brought one out. Okay, another leftover from my most recent Petite Project pan is my Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth foundation. And so I am oh my god, this marker is drying out. There. I'm on that bottom line there. There's really not all that much left in here. This one is a little bit light for me right now, so I've also added in the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation in the shade 3. This one's a little bit dark for me, so I mixed the two of them. This was perfect when I like first came back from Mexico, but now my tan is starting to just lighten up a little bit, which frankly I'm kind of glad about because nothing matched really. Everything was way too light, but now I can mix the two of these together and make a custom shade that works. Oh, I have another leftover from my most recent Petite Project pan, and it is the eyebrow duo that I was working on. So there is the clear brow gel from Essence and then the brow pencil from, I believe it's Pop Beauty, but all the lettering has written off. There's really not that much left, but again, enough that I just want to use it and be done with it. Focus, focus. There we go. So there we go. It lasts surprisingly longer than I anticipated it would, and in particular the clear brow gel is as well. So I brought them back out. Now, sometimes though, I hate going through the two steps. Like it irritates me. I just want to be done with my makeup and move on from it. So for those times, I have brought in just a tinted brow gel. This one is from Kaja. It is their Brow Blowout in Deep Brown, and nothing fancy, nothing super exciting to talk about. It's just a tinted brow gel. Got another duo here. This is from Marc Jacobs, and it is the Lash Primer and mascara. I can't remember what this mascara is called. Velvet Noir. So just a little duo here. This is kind of a give me because they are getting really dried out. I can tell you right now, don't like lash primer all that much, but I'm going to continue to use it until this dries out completely. It's pretty close, but until it dries out completely, and then I'll probably just toss the two of them because I just will never F with like lash primer if I don't need to. So here we go. I got them from Influenster ages ago, so I don't feel too bad about throwing out a primer before it's all done, but I'm not a big fan of it. So I have a contour stick here. This one is from Fenty Beauty in the shade Amber, one of their match sticks. And I have not used this nearly enough. That's how much product is left in the tube. And I have not made a significant dent in this at all. Even when I wind it fully down, it's still puffed up over the edge. Yeah, the shade is a little too ashy for my skin tone, but I've found that if I wear it underneath my foundation, it makes it look more realistic. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'll continue to do, but I wanted to at least focus on it because, again, it's one of those items that I just keep kicking to the back of the drawer and never bring out. So I want to like dedicate some time to it to really decide if I like it or don't like it, try different ways of applying it, see if I can make it work for me. And if not, at least I know I've given it the good old college try and I can just get rid of it without feeling too guilty. I have a lip pencil in here. It is from Contour Cosmetics. Not familiar. I think I probably got it in like an Ipsy bag ages ago. There is a fairly decent amount left, but my experience with this pencil or this particular product is that it does get to be a bit dry and then it can break off rather easily. So when I apply it, I just bring up like the tiniest little nubbin. Anything more than that and it just crumbles off the end. So lesson learned, but figure I have so many lip pencils, I'm just trying to get through them and move them on out. I have another lip product. It is a lip primer. This one is from Bite Beauty. It's one of their older versions of it. They've just re-released or reformulated it. Again, I have quite a bit of product here. I do enjoy using this one underneath like a liquid lipstick because I find that it does help to just keep my lips feeling a bit more moisturized, but it's not a product that I've ever really paid a ton of attention to. I have made a fairly decent dip in it, fairly decent, whatever. It's down to about here in the tube, so yeah. Eye pencil. This one is from Makeup Geek. It's one of their full spectrum eyeliner pencils in espresso. I don't think they make it anymore. For marking purposes, the lid is almost at the U in Makeup Geek, so I don't know. We'll see if I can get through it all. Who knows? I do like brown pencils. I just find that they are just a little bit softer on the eyes than wearing black, so hence I keep bringing out all these black pens or brown pencils to use. And I really do quite like this one, but it is getting old, and so I want to focus on it and move it on out. All right, so now we're moving into the territory of the items that I think are a little ambitious. I don't see myself finishing these by mid-June. So first up is from Jouer Cosmetics. This is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in the shade Light, which I would argue is not really all that light, to be honest. It certainly does have a tint to it. It's working really well right now with my tan, but I don't get a lot of use out of it when I'm not as deep as I currently am. So I do like this one for just under the eyes. My goal really is just to hit pan. I certainly don't think I'm going to be able to finish up this entire thing by June, but if I could hit pan, that would be very exciting. Next up from Fenty Beauty is one of their bronzers. This is the Sunstalker bronzer in Shady Biz. I got this in one of those like Sephora favorites kits or whatever, and it is a bit darker. I do have Into Sun as well, which I think is their lightest shade, and this is the next one up. Works really well for this current situation going on, so I want to take advantage while I can. Another sample that I have is from Makeup Forever. This is their Artist Blush in S214, and it is a very pretty rosy pink, but it's been kicking around for ages. And again, because my skin tone is deeper currently, I want to use my deeper blushes, so I figure I may as well focus on this one and see if I can get through it. I also have a highlighter that I want to focus on, and this is Flexitarian from ColourPop. It's a shade that I've always really enjoyed, but I've often just sort of ignored it because I find the formula to be a pain in the ass to work with. It's one of their like Super Shock highlighters, so it's kind of like a cream powder hybrid. So I didn't know what to do with it because it didn't look good with finger application. I couldn't get it to work on a brush. I like looked ridiculous using it with a sponge, and then the rougher brushes happened. And this one is the 04, and this just works like a charm. It picks up just enough product, really helps me to like blend it and place it properly, and they're like a dynamic duo, these two. All right, for a primer, I have the Lumi Glotion from L'Oreal in, is there a shade on this? Light Glow, 902. Again, can't see through it, but this is one of those products that's been kicking around my drawers forever, and I just rarely ever use it, and yet anytime I do use it, I'm like, you look pretty today, so why not use it? So that's what I'm gonna do. I've brought it out. There is a ton of product in here. It is 1.35 fluid ounces. I have not made much of a dent at all in this to date, So I don't know that I'm gonna be able to finish this in like a 2.5 month period, but we're gonna try and we'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, I put a dent in it and I still have some left. Oh well. Eye primer. This one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a deluxe sample of their eyeshadow primer base thing. I think I've only used this like just a handful of times, so I'm gonna focus on that one and see if I like it, see if it's something that I want to purchase the full size of once the financial climate is a little bit more steady, that kind of thing. Hence I've thrown it in. Whatever. All right, and that brings us to number 40. Again, one that you might recognize if you've been around for a while, the Tartelette In Bloom palette. I did try to do like a pan that palette project last year, and like I did well. I did okay for like the first 6 months, and then I just completely ignored it for the last 6 months. So I do have a good amount of pan showing in here on, obviously you can see on all 3 of those, and then 3 more. What I want to do is hit pan in these 2 and then these 2. These 2 shades I don't like, I never use. So it's just these 4 that I would like to hit pan on. Okay, that is it. This was a long one. I might be being like ridiculously overzealous with all of this, but what the hell? Why not? I'm not going anywhere. Literally. So here we are, and if I can just use up some of these items and just free some space, I'm gonna feel good about that. And like I said earlier, using these products in this kind of manner, I get to like play around with them, really put them to the test, see if there's different ways to use it, see if I can use it in a different function, and it just helps me appreciate products more. That's what I find when I do these kind of projects, is that items that I haven't really enjoyed all that much, I can really understand if I just haven't been using it in the best possible way, or if it's true that I don't like it. So most times I find that I gain appreciation for products. So I like doing these projects, and I like keeping them confined to a realistic time frame for my own personal preferences, because you can get through a ton of product in a short amount of time if you just focus on them. And with 40 items, I don't think I'm gonna get bored with this. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up today. Sorry my energy's a little bit low, but I think we can all sort of understand why. Feels like we're at the beginning of a zombie apocalypse movie, honestly. Anyways, not to get too far into that. I will do updates, like I said, whenever there's enough empties to justify it. I don't want to commit to like a full schedule right now, because if I say like I'm going to do it every 2 weeks, at the end of 2 weeks there might not be like anything to show you, and then I'm going through this entire video all over again just showing you all of the products. So I'm going to let the products dictate when I do an update, but if you don't want to miss out on it, hit subscribe, click the bell, and then you'll get notified whenever I upload. That feels unnatural. I don't do that on my channel. I figure everybody knows how to use YouTube, so if they want to subscribe, they know how to do it. I don't know. Anyways, sidetrack. Okay, like I said at the beginning, I hope that you are all staying safe and healthy, and that your loved ones are healthy as well. Scary times, guys. We are going to get through it together. We are going to come out the other side of this. It's just a matter of when. That's the big unknown right now. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.